Minari is a new A24 movie now playing in theaters. I just saw it today, and I gotta say, this movie, it's been out for a while. I believe it came out February 16th, something like that. Now, my theaters just started showing it, and I really wanted to see this movie because anything A24 puts out is at least something to look at. Not most of their films are highly acclaimed films, or at least somewhat interesting films, and so I had to check this one out. I've also heard great things. It's been nominated for quite a few awards this award season at the Oscars, the Golden Globes, stuff like that. So of course I had to see this one. This film is about a Korean family who moves from Korea to United States, or well, I shouldn't say it's the United States, but well, they did move from the United States, but I think they moved from another part of America before they moved to the place that they moved in this. Whatever. The point is, they're here, and they move into a new house, and the dad's a farmer, and they're trying to farm and start this kind of new life, and that's kind of just the movie. And it's a really great family drama. There's lots of great humor here. What I really like about this movie is it takes the perspective of the adults. In a lot of family dramas, they kind of try to focus on the parent, or on the kids, and maybe there'll be a couple points where they're focused on the family as a whole, and that's when the adults get their spotlight, but for the most part the adults aren't really focused on. Well, the kids aren't really focused on. Yes, they have very important roles in this movie, but for the most part it's about the adults and their struggle and how they're getting by, how they're affording things, and how their marriage is kind of on the rocks, what's going on, parents worrying about each other's health. They may need relatives around for extra help because they may not be able to do things, and they're worried about their children's health, things like that. And they kind of goes into the debate of, like, should a father give up his dreams? Are you just supposed to slave your life away? And I think that's a really interesting story here in development. I will say, though, if you're worried about this film not being in English because of it, I think you're gonna this is a mixed film. So they do speak English at times. All the American characters speak English, but the Korean family switches between the language, and then some people may find that very irritating. I think it's realistic. With a lot of immigrants to America, we see them there's a lot of Mexicans who live in America, an immigrant here, and you see a lot of them switch between Spanish to English, like at snap's pace. But that's kind of how they speak, and they choose they choose to speak in their language they're more comfortable in, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's kind of a realistic thing to this movie. It is subtitled, but so if you're worried about that, I think this movie's pretty understandable. It's not like difficult to understand if you're not reading the subtitles. If you are comfortable with that, I think it's a really great movie, a really great family drama that really explores a lot with it. Very charming, very entertaining, and it's got a really great pace to it. The score to it's really great, and I just really recommend anybody who just wants a really good family drama movie. Not in the sense that, hey, this is like one I'm gonna watch with my family, but a drama about a family. This is a great one to check out. I think anybody who likes really well-made movies like this, I think you need to check this one out. I can definitely see why it's getting so many awards and so much acclaim, because it is a really great, fantastic movie. Finally glad I was able to see it. But yeah, really, really something special. Keep your eyes on this one.